This is setting up custom classes, video part 1. As you can see, I'm only level 5. I mean, I just pretty much unlocked it. I had about 6,000. You gotta be smart with your money unless you do wager matches, which in my next custom class video, I'll probably have a lot more than I do now. I do wager matches, and it's very common for me to get 100,000 before I hit level 20, no problem. Anyway, for the custom classes, if you look at them right now, I don't really have anything unlocked in the submachine gun or the MPK5, which personally I'm not a big fan of because it doesn't work very well for me. And for these submachine guns, the only ones I really ever use or recommend is the Scorpion, the AK-74U, and the MPL. And for the MPL, you have to have grip and rapid fire on it. You have to use it for close range. The AK-74U is very powerful, but it feels like it doesn't shoot fast enough, so you have to pick between grip, rapid fire, one or the other, maybe both, just whatever suits you. As for the Scorpion, if you put grip and rapid fire on it, it's got really good aim. It's really weak at distances that aren't that far from close range, but it's, I believe, a 20 bullet clip. I could be wrong, I believe it's 20 bullets though, but it's a monster at close range. It's just a beast. But as for now, we don't have that unlocked yet. I might get it one, depending on the money, but for players who don't do wager matches, they're not going to have much money, so I'm going to have to suggest to skip that for now, even when I do unlock it, just because of the money issue. But anyway, to start out, for the snipers, personally, this sniper, even though the classified one, which I'll do a video later once I'm on second prestige right now if you're wondering which prestige that is, but I'll do a video later when I get back up to level 50 and I'll show you all the classified guns. It should only take a few more days. Personally, I don't like these snipers very much. The only one I like is the L96A1, and the reason for that is these two, like, as you can see, the W2000 is better than the Dragunov in every way, it seems, but it just, these two, even the classified one, which I'll show when I unlock it, doesn't even seem to get me one-hit kills most of the time, but the L96A1 gives me one-hit kills about half the time, which is a lot better than almost never. So I like to use the L96A1 when I get it, but for now I'm not going to bother messing with a sniper. If you do, I highly suggest, which I'll show you, I'll highly suggest, if you do like the snipe and you do like these other weapons, I would go for the variable zoom scope, because not very often do you ever need the infrared scope. It's really rare to need the infrared scope in this game. Not many people like to use smoke grenades and such. Some do, but not many. The suppressor just weakens it. It can become a 3-bullet kill, it feels like sometimes. I mean, it just does not want to get a kill with the suppressor on. The ACOG, it's not really a good idea, because the point of a sniper is to snipe at long range. If you're close enough to where you can use an ACOG and snipe them or quickscope them, then most likely they can get you right back. You're not far enough away. I might show a sniping spot video, but for now I'm just going to stick with classes. Like I said, I don't suggest sniping at this level. As for the LMGs, personally, I don't really like any of these. If I had to pick, I don't mind the RPK and I don't mind the HK21, but LMG is not my style because it shoots slowly, and since it shoots slowly, you're a lot less likely to get the kill. Even though it's powerful, you have to hit them, and if you don't hit them that first bullet, you can easily die, and it just shoots so slowly that they have time between the bullets to recover from that recoil. The Stoner, though, is the classified one. You'll see it when I unlock it. Personally, I like it. I mean, I've grown away from it because for some reason I think they might have changed it somehow, because it used to be dead on accuracy. It used to be a beast of a weapon, but now I can't. It doesn't seem like it's as good as it used to be. I think they might have patched it. I don't know. It could have been like the models were back in Modern Warfare 2, just overpowered, so they had to patch it. But that is a suggested gun when you unlock it. You have to wait till level 21 to unlock it if you have the money, but it's worth it for that level. It's definitely worth it. If you like medium long range combat, pulse fire, it's a very powerful gun. As for the shotguns, personally, I don't like any of them. It actually seems to me, I believe it was the Strikeout seems to have more of a chance of a one-hit kill. The Olympia, I just don't like the Olympia. The Olympia does not seem to. That reload time, even if since you only get 2 shots, that reload time can get you killed very easily. But as you can see, it is more powerful. It's better than the Stakeout, but you have to deal with that reload issue. Even though it's not pump action, I do suggest it for that reason. But shotguns in general just they should not appeal to you. They're not really that good in this game. If you did have to use one though, I would suggest the Spaz because it's semi-automatic. I mean, you can shoot 3 shots with the Spaz at the time it takes you to shoot 1 with the Stakeout. So, I mean, if you look at the damage, even though the meter's that much, I have a gun chart on my website. You can check it out. You'll see the damage really shouldn't be that different between these two. I'll show you the Classify one when I unlock it. It's not, personally, the Classify one I think is worse than the others, but it's all your choice. As for now, though, I know it took 6 minutes to get to this, but for now, because of my level, what I would suggest is you would either wait till level 7 and go for the Scorpion if you're a close range person, but if you're not a point blank close range person, then I would highly suggest, for now, going with the Enfield. Later, the FAMAS isn't that bad, the AUG isn't that bad. If you can fire fast, the FNFAL isn't that bad. The only problem is you have to have the money by those levels to be able to do it, so you gotta pick your guns wisely. And personally, I like to go to the MPL as quick as possible at level 35 and stick with that. But until then, I like to go for the Enfield, or I'll just attachment my M16 out and just bear through that for a while. But the Enfield's not too bad. I'm gonna buy it just because I'm gonna make it better in the video. As for attachments, I have grenade launchers, suppressors, infrared scope, flamethrower, and master key, the ACOG, and the dual mag. Really, the dual mag maybe, but everything else that I just named isn't really that good. The extended mags is highly suggested. The reflex sight and the red dot sight are highly suggested in this game. Dual mag, mildly suggested. Not a real great choice usually though. Even though it is a faster reload, every other reload, it's better if you reload when you're not in the middle of combat. If you don't have a choice, that's why you have a secondary weapon. I also want my attachments and all this other stuff. As soon as possible, I mean, I should have bought this before I bought the Enfield, but as soon as possible, buy Hardline. Once you get Hardline Pro, even with just regular Hardline, those spy flames really do help your team. It's really highly suggested in team games. Personally, for this, I like to use Sleight of Hand. I gotta debate whether I should purchase it or not right now, though. I'm eventually gonna get Hacker, which, when I get a little bit more money, I'll get it. But, for now, I'm gonna leave them what they are, because, personally, I'm also gonna get Claymore when I can, but, as you can see, I don't have much money. And personally, I like wager matches. I can do good at wager matches, so I'm going to save the rest of my money for now. And when I get my first 10,000, I'm going to go to a wager match, and I hope to win, which my combat record, I'll show you my combat record so you know, which I can't show you till level 13. Alright, well, when I get level 13, I'll show you my combat record again. Anyway, that's it for now. I mean, you can't really get much at this level, so this is all I can really suggest. As for if you want me to suggest secondaries, the Makarov and the Python. The Python has less bullets, but it's a quicker kill, and it jerks up a lot, so it messes people up. But if you can use it, go ahead. But for me, I like the Makarov. I never really use my secondary, but until I never use a launcher either. I can't really tell you anything about those at the moment. I use the crossbow when I get it. The crossbow does get me a decent amount of kills. I know I had those like highlighted. I wasn't paying attention. But when I get it, I'll use the crossbow. But until then, just stick with the Makarov. And if you want to put anything on it, if you really want to put something on it, just go for extended mags. Just because it works and it might be needed. Well, that's it for this video. As you can see, that's all I really have at the moment. I'll make another one soon. Enjoy.